3, 2, 1, TDM. Holy fuck, that was fast. I usually try to sync shit at the start, but alright. This field of view is kind of weird. I'm used to playing some of the mods that allowed me to adjust my field of view. And so I apologize if the volume is kind of weird on this video. I do realize that I get actually some complaints from people saying that my audio is usually like quiet or too loud sometimes. I don't even fucking know. Everything usually sounds fine to me until, I mean, this morning. I'll get to that in a second. Reloading! Shit, this lag. What the? Alright, I'm DC'd, I guess. I mean, I have a strict NAT type for some reason on here, but I mean, I have no idea why. It's just kind of, alright, I'll just go fuck myself. Usually, I have audio issues on my videos for one reason or another, not even just like having scuff sound or anything like that that has to do with like hardware stuff, but my actual hearing is actually kind of fucked up. Kind of at the moment. I only say kind of because it was slightly fixed, but... Boy, I'm not even good on PC, like, come on now. I've noticed a new trend on YouTube recently where everybody is kind of like, so before on YouTube, people would just kind of name their videos, I don't even know, they would name their videos just kind of like really formal type of shit where it's like, for example, Let's Play channels or some shit, right? You would usually take the game that you have, it would be like, so-and-so plays so-and-so game part 4, and then some people started adding in like more dramatic things like, oh my god, I shit my pants or something like that. You know, obviously thumbnails have evolved. The titles have kind of changed into being really exaggerated for a really good amount of time. Like everybody was just going full caps all the time. Full caps, and you just type out some crazy shit that happened in your video. The best thing and most interesting thing you think in that video. Usually anyway, at that time. Now I noticed everybody's starting to go with the whole lowercase fad. What would happen is so many people got used to these, you know, fucking straight caps lock titles at all times for years that whenever any of their favorite YouTubers would go and type something that wasn't in all caps, they're like, oh shit, this is different. This isn't the usual thing. What is this? And then they go click on it, regardless of even what the title is. But now it's evolved even further. What's happening now is, and by the way, I don't really see anything wrong with any of these titles other than blatant clickbait that, you know, not the exaggerated clickbait that everybody else goes and says everything is clickbait because everybody calls everything clickbait. Sometimes it's just actually a good title and thumbnail. I've seen a lot of things be called clickbait and it just wasn't fair. Not even my own content. Like the majority of the time, other people's content. Obviously, I'll get called for clickbait and shit too, but the only thing I ever have a problem with is legit clickbait. Before on YouTube, or whatever content, doesn't even have to be funny, but you know, so create whatever content, hit their following, and then those people will just watch no matter what. Now, people kind of started figuring out the algorithm and that there's actually an algorithm, and obviously people knew that there was an algorithm the entire time, but more and more traffic that ended up on the website, more people was just like, well, fuck it, why wouldn't I use this algorithm? Now I notice that it's evolved even further past the lowercase thing now. Okay, so what's happening is now, people are just kind of titling their videos right now, almost like they're messages, or almost like they're a casual title. Nothing is really like big and professional, or at least trying to seem professional. I came from a time where videos were named shit like FaZe Jev Black Ops 1 and then in parentheses gameplay commentary. Like I came from times like that, and I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining like the evolution of how people title shit now. Now it becomes more of a normal statement as opposed to just a title of the video. And the thing about those titles and stuff and thumbnails and all that other shit for those videos is that it makes it actually more difficult to find a certain video because you can't really search it by the content of the video anymore other than maybe the game that it's being played on. No one really gives a fuck if it just results in more views just by titling it a certain way. Not straight clickbaiting, just titling it differently. Literally just changing the caps or changing the style or whatever. That is making a difference right now and people are realizing it, so I mean, fuck it. We'll just do this entire video in lowercase and see how that goes. But I woke up this morning and I thought I was deaf. You guys have heard a similar story before with me losing my hearing randomly. It has something to do with, I guess, how small my ear canals are or something. So it all gets blocked up very easily by earwax. I mean, yeah, admittedly, I could probably do a better job at cleaning my ears, especially as somebody that wears a headset all day, but, oh, well, if you use a Q-tip a certain way, and if you, like, stretch your ear down and you just go around the rim, you don't fuck all that shit. That never works. I just don't fuck around with Q-tips anymore, because at least the last 2 times that I've used them, I've lost my hearing twice. Not actual deafness, but what would happen is any of the earwax would just start blocking my eardrum, and everything would just kind of sound like I'm underwater. Everything just kind of sounds like this, and it's, yeah, it's pretty bad, so. Oh god, I'm blown up. Please don't do that! I'm gonna name this video something about my hearing and just put it in lowercase and shit. Maybe some periods or something in there. It did kind of fit more by just doing all caps and shit like that, considering a lot of my titles had a lot to do with me just screaming and shit. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for all the feedback and the support on yesterday's video. The whole Jev cooks chicken parmesan video. I've always had a lot of these ideas in my head. Not so much as like the idea of like, oh, cooking chicken parmesan or some shit like that. Obviously, Challenge Accepted is a series where other people come up with the ideas. I just do them. Sounds really lazy, but it's just so I don't get yelled at. I always have these ideas in my head whenever I'm editing videos, and I just, for whatever reason, just can't. There are times where I'll attempt to edit something into the video, and I just won't like it how it turns out, and I'll just kind of scrap it, and I just kind of go with the normal thing. Now I'm just kind of saying, fuck it. I mean, obviously the boredom has a lot to do with me just fucking around editing and stuff now, but I think I'm just gonna keep editing this way. I'm just gonna keep trying to improve, just get better at it, and hopefully that'll only increase the quality of my videos instead of make people hate me for being different or something. It's YouTube. Yeah, you just can't win. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and yeah, it's been Jev, guys. Later.